This week's White House report card finds President Trump ending another tumultuous week in which he took executive actions to begin dismantling former President Obama's agenda. For some it went too far, for others Trump was not aggressive enough. The story of his presidency so far. Gen Zogby PD, the professor who observes the student who does everything wrong. Docent study, enters into confrontations with everyone and they all hate or fear him. Does not play by the rules and is a time bomb waiting to go off. Even his so-called colleagues and friends don't know when to hold an intervention, and his campus mentor says he is pushed around by him, but he is still going to try to work with him. Then the student shows up for the midterm and aces it. This is what it is like watching President Trump. He take us foolishly to the brink with North Korea, alienates nearly all of our allies, dismantles subsidies that stabilize Obamacare, trashes and single-handedly destabilizes the Iran nuclear deal, insults the people and elected officials of Puerto Rico, and humiliates those advisors who are closest to him. Consumer confidence soars to highest level since 2004. https://corvixboffy2apic.twitter.com 8ms9k45fx Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 13, 2017. And yet the headlines read that unemployment applications are the lowest in years, consumer confidence is huge, and the stock market is setting records daily. I guess I do what any teacher might do, give him an F for behavior and deportment, and a B for achievement. Grade C. Jed Babin. What should have been a very good week for President Trump ended in disaster. The highlights of the week began with EPA's announcement of a decision to end Obama's war on coal by killing his regulation severely limiting power plant emissions. Electricity will be cheaper and more available. The second highlight was Trump's signing an executive order effectively countermanding one by Obama that unconstitutionally amended the Obamacare statute. Trump's order, announced Thursday, permits groups of people to band together to buy lower-cost health insurance across state lines. That was followed by an announcement that federal subsidies would no longer be paid to insurance companies to offset the otherwise unaffordable costs of health insurance. That might force Congress to finally deal with Obamacare. People are just now starting to find out how dishonest and disgusting fake news at NBC News is. Viewers beware. Maybe worse than even at CNN. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 13, 2017. The lows began with the president's implied threat against NBC for publishing what he said was a false story about his desire to increase our nuclear arsenal, which wouldn't be a bad thing at all. Trump said it might be time to challenge the network's broadcast license. That's nothing any conservative would advocate. It's the sort of threat that Putin, Maduro and their ilk would make. We cannot keep FEMA, the military, the first responders, who have been amazing under the most difficult circumstances in PR forever. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump October 12, 2017. All of that was rendered entirely insignificant by the president's decision to continue former President Obama's disastrous nuclear weapons deal with Iran. Mr. Trump had campaigned vigorously against it and only earlier this month called it an embarrassment in his UN speech. Now, he's half in and half out, having been persuaded by National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster and other close advisors to not revoke the deal. The president refused to again certify Iran's compliance, but he completely muddied the debate by punting it to Congress for them to act within 60 days. The president said that he could revoke the deal if our politically constipated Congress doesn't act, and he said he would if they didn't. Congress won't, and can't, amend the Iran agreement even if they put new conditions into U.S. law. Only an agreement between the U.S., England, Germany, China, Russia, France and Iran can bring that about. Neither Iran nor the rest of the signatories will agree to do that, as they have repeatedly said. And while the president announced new sanctions on the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, he stopped short of directing that they be designated a foreign terrorist organization, which he should have done. Trump is being played for a chump by his advisors and other nations that signed the deal. Grade F. Jed Babin is an Examiner contributor and former Deputy Under-Secretary of Defense in administration of former President George H.W. Bush. Follow him on Twitter at Jed Babin. John Zogby is the founder of the Zogby Poll and senior partner at John Zogby Strategies. His latest book is and author of We Are Many, We Are One: Neo-Tribes and Tribal Analytics in 21st Century America. Follow him on Twitter at the John Zogby. Paul Bedar, the Washington Examiner's Washington Secrets columnist, can be contacted at pbedar@washingtonexaminer.com.